You open your eyes, but you're no longer alive. The world around you is silent, yet you still hear your heartbeat. You try to move, but your hands no longer belong to you. Your chest rises, but no breath comes. You scream, but no sound escapes. The room is familiar, the faces around you are known, yet everything feels distant, unreachable, as if separated by a veil you cannot tear. This story will take you where every soul will one day go. Are you ready? Then subscribe, and let's begin. It begins with a single breath, the last one. Not dramatic, not cinematic, just over. The body lies still, eyes half open, staring at nothing, but you, the real you, are standing beside it now, weightless, confused, still tethered by a thread so thin it trembles with every passing second. You look at your hands. They're translucent, glowing faintly, like smoke caught in moonlight. You call out to those weeping over your body. They don't hear you. They never will again. And that's when you feel it. A presence, not sudden, not violent, just there, like it had been waiting all along. You turn, and you see him, Malak al-Mawt, the angel of death. He does not wear a hood. He does not carry a scythe. He is light and shadow, form and formlessness, calm and absolute. His face is neither kind nor cruel. It simply is. And in his gaze, you understand, this was always meant to happen, not as punishment, not as accident, but as destiny written before your first heartbeat. He speaks no words, yet you hear him clearly. It is time. For some, this moment is gentle. The soul of the believer, the one who remembered their Creator in the noise of life, slips free like silk through water. No resistance, no panic, just surrender. A warmth spreads through them as the angel's hand guides them upward, and they feel, for the first time in years, peace, true peace, the kind the world could never give. But for others, it is terror, the soul that lived heedlessly, that mocked the hereafter, that drowned in distractions and desires. It clings, it fights, it tears at the edges of flesh, desperate to stay. The angel does not force, he simply pulls, and the soul is ripped free, like roots torn from dry earth. Painful, violent, confusing. "Why now?" it screams. "I wasn't ready." But ready or not, the call has come. How can peace and terror come from the same hand? How can the same angel bring mercy to one soul and anguish to another? The answer is not in him. It is in you, in what you carried, in what you believed, in what you did when no one was watching. The body is lowered into the ground. The mourners leave. The grave is silent. But you are not in that grave. Not yet. You are being carried. Upward or downward, you do not know. The angels surround you now. Some smile, others turn away. And ahead, in the distance, you see it. The first station. For the journey of the soul has just begun. The eyes close, and the world fades, replaced by a silence that listens. You are no longer in motion. The angels have placed you down, gently or harshly, depending on what you carried. And now you lie in a space that has no name in the language of the living. It is not a grave, it is not heaven, it is not hell. It is Barzakh, the in-between, the waiting room of eternity. Here, time does not pass the way it once did. A night may feel like 1,000 years. 1,000 years may feel like a breath. You are aware, conscious, alone, and yet never alone. The earth above you is cool, the shroud around you is tight. You try to remember your name, your age, your face, but those things feel distant now, like echoes from another life. What remains is sharper, clearer. Every word you spoke, every prayer you delayed, every kindness you refused, every secret you hid, it all returns now, not as memory, but as presence, as if the deeds themselves are standing beside you, waiting to testify. Then you hear footsteps, heavy, deliberate, not human. Two figures emerge from the darkness of the grave, towering, silent. Their faces are stern, their voices deep as thunder beneath the earth. They are Munkar and Nakir, the angels of questioning. They do not greet you. They do not introduce themselves. They already know you, better than you ever knew yourself. One of them speaks. His voice does not echo. It fills everything. Who is your Lord? A simple question. 3 words. Child could answer it. You open your mouth, but something stops you, because this is not a test of the tongue. It is a test of the heart, and the heart does not lie here. It cannot pretend. It cannot perform. The answer must rise from the deepest part of you, the part that lived when no one was watching. The believer, the one who prayed in the dark, who remembered God in joy and in pain, answers without hesitation. My Lord is Allah. The words flow like water from a spring, clear, pure, unforced, and the grave responds. It expands, it glows. A window opens to paradise, and a breeze sweeps in, cool, fragrant, filled with peace. The angels smile. Sleep now, they say, as a bride sleeps before her wedding. But the one who lived heedlessly, the one who laughed at faith, who said, maybe one day, who chose comfort over truth. The tongue may know the answer, but the heart may stay silent. They stammer, they hesitate. I don't know. I heard people say something. I followed them. I think it was... The words crumble. The grave tightens. The walls press inward like a fist closing around the soul. A window opens, but this one faces the fire. Heat pours in, smoke, the stench of regret, and the angels do not smile. They turn away. What is your religion? They ask next. Then, who is your prophet? Each question peels back another layer. Each answer, or lack of it, seals a fate. For the believer, Barzakh becomes a garden, a waiting, filled with hope, dreams of reunion, whispers of mercy. But for the denier it becomes a prison, a crush, a scream that no one hears. And this is not the end. This is only the holding cell, because far beyond this grave, far beyond this waiting, something stirs. The mountains tremble, the seas boil, the sun folds in on itself like paper in flame. The trumpet is raised to the lips of Israfil, and when it sounds, then the silence breaks. The first sound of the day that never ends. The trumpet sounds, and the universe tears apart. It is not a gentle call. It is not a melody. It is a blast so violent, so absolute, that existence itself shatters like glass struck by a hammer. The mountains, ancient, unmovable, crumble into dust and scatter like ash in a storm. The oceans boil and evaporate into nothing. The sky, once vast and blue, splits open like torn fabric, folding in on itself, collapsing into darkness. The stars fall. The sun is extinguished. The moon is shattered. And the earth that held your body, your memories, your entire life, convulses and spits out everything it ever swallowed. The graves explode open. You rise, not slowly, not peacefully. You are pulled upward by a force you cannot resist. Your body, whole again, restored, but not as you remember it. You are barefoot, naked, confused. Your eyes adjust to a light that has no source, a brightness that comes from everywhere and nowhere, and around you, billions rise with you. Every human who ever lived, every soul who ever drew breath, from Adam to the last child born before the end, all of them here, all of them now. You try to speak, but your voice is lost in the roar of chaos. Mothers search for children. The guilty search for shadows to hide in. The arrogant look around and find no one impressed. You remember every sin you committed, every lie, every stolen glance, every harsh word, every moment you knew better but chose worse. The memories flood in with cruel clarity. You remember everything. But the world no longer remembers you. Your name means nothing here. Your status is gone, your wealth, your beauty, your power, stripped away like costumes after a play. What remains is only what you sent ahead. This is Al-Hasha, the gathering, and there is nowhere to run. The ground beneath you is not earth. It is something else, smooth, bright, unforgiving. The sun descends, closer, closer, until it hangs. Directly above, scorching without mercy. Some people are drenched in sweat up to their ankles, others to their knees, still others to their necks, drowning in their own fear. But a few, a rare, blessed few, stand in shade, the shade of the throne, cool, protected, untouched by the heat. These are the ones who gave when no one was watching, who forgave when they had every right to punish, who loved Allah more than they loved comfort. You wait. For how long, you do not know. Time has no meaning here. Then in the distance you see it, a bridge, thin as a strand of hair, sharp as the edge of a sword, stretched across an abyss so dark, so deep, that looking into it feels like falling. This is the Sirat, and every soul must cross it. The believers move first. Their feet are sure, their light is bright. Some cross like lightning, so fast they barely touch it. Others walk carefully but with confidence, holding on to their prayers like rails. But then there are those who step forward and freeze. Their deeds were too light, their sins too heavy. They take one step and slip. The bridge cuts them, they stumble, they fall, and the abyss swallows them whole, their screams fading into the black. You watch in horror. You look down at your own feet. Will they carry you, or will they betray you? Your heart pounds. You take your first step. The bridge is cold, razor thin. You feel it cutting, testing, weighing every atom of your soul. 1 foot. Then another. You don't look down. You can't. You only look forward, toward the end, toward what lies beyond. And beyond the abyss, the 7 gates begin to open. You cross. Somehow, you cross. Your feet touch solid ground on the other side, trembling, barely believing you made it. But the journey is not over. Ahead of you stands something vast, something ancient, something that makes your heart stop. The scales, al-Mizan. They are not like any scale you have ever seen. Massive, radiant, suspended in light. 2 plates hang in perfect balance waiting, and you know, without being told, what comes next. Every deed, every word, every thought, every breath, weighed, measured, revealed. The angels step forward. They carry scrolls, your scrolls. One contains your good deeds, the other your sins. You watch as they begin to place them on the scales. And with every deed added, your chest tightens. The lies you told and forgot, they remember. The charity you gave in secret. It's here. The prayer you delayed until it died, recorded. The moment you smiled at a stranger and lightened their heart, written in gold. The scale tips. Left, then right. Your breathing stops. You never knew that one smile would save you. That one act of kindness, when you were tired, when no one saw, when you expected nothing in return, it outweighs mountains of regret. But you also never knew how heavy a grudge could be, how a single word spoken in anger could pull the scale down like an anchor into darkness. Some stand and weep as their good deeds pile high. Others collapse as they watch their scales tip toward loss. The shock is unbearable. I thought I was fine, they whisper. I wasn't that bad. But here, intentions are naked. Hypocrisy has no weight, only truth remains. Then, Something shifts. A light breaks through the tension. Soft, warm, overwhelming. It is not the light of the sun. It is the light of the merciful. Allah's mercy descends like rain after drought, and it covers those who sought it, those who asked for it, those who believed in it even when they didn't deserve it. Intercession is granted. The Prophet speaks for his ummah. The righteous plead for their loved ones. Sins are erased. Scales shift, and what was lost is found again. The souls of light begin to move toward gardens, toward rivers, toward faces they have longed to see, toward a peace that has no end. They are clothed in honor. Their faces glow. They do not walk. They glide, pulled by a love they always felt but never fully understood. The gates of Jannah open, and the fragrance alone is enough to make them forget every hardship they ever endured. But others remain, frozen, faces darkened, regret carved into their expressions like stone. "If only I had another chance," they whisper. "If only I had one more day." But the door to the world has closed. There are no more chances, no more days, only consequences, only what was sent ahead. But you reading this now, hearing this now, you are still breathing. Your heart is still beating. The pen is still writing your story. The book is not closed. You still choose. Every moment is a chance. Every breath is a mercy. The story isn't over yet. So before the trumpet sounds, before the mountains crumble, before your name is called and the scales are brought forward, write your ending with mercy. Seek forgiveness while the door is open. Give love while your hands can still hold. Pray while your knees can still bend. Remember your Creator while your heart can still turn, because one day the sky will split and your name will be called.